guys, it's Karina here with another video, and today I have a guest special on my channel. This is my best friend Hayley. And yeah, Hayley and I are twins. Just kidding, but we do look alike, and we're also matching today, but like also not really, but kind of. We're both wearing overall dresses, so that's how we match. Anyway,
stating the obvious.
Yes, you're welcome. So yeah, today we're gonna do some questions and like this little quiz time thing. So yeah, Hayley and I met in the 6th grade. Yeah, it was just recess time, and I'm like, oh, those people look nice. Hayley was chilling with some other girl, and I'm like, I'm gonna invite them to play with us. So I did. And then like kind of the rest was history. Then we just started hanging out at recess, and then
Karina
like
started following me home.
Yeah, I started stalking Hayley, and then like I invited Hayley to my grade 6th graduation party. And yeah, she came, and it was cool.
Yeah.
And then we were friends throughout like middle school and high school, and you know, we're still friends now too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been a journey, a good one. Anyways, so
A good 8 years.
yeah, 8.
Whoa.
Wow, that's crazy. That makes us sound really like old, but we're
We
still
are really.
young. Don't worry.
What are you talking about?
Just kidding. Maybe not.
I'm old.
Hayley's old. I'm still young because I'm still 19. Anyways, so
We weren't sharing personal information here.
whoops. Jumping into the video now. So Hayley, what are you studying in school?
So I'm in the Arts and Science program. It's an interdisciplinary program where we study everything. I've taken philosophy courses, physics, economics, statistics, French, a writing course, like an argumentation, philosophy type course. And I'm taking a bunch of like really cool inquiry courses this year. I took a global challenges course, so we're really all over the place. But I'm looking at doing like a minor in French as well as a minor in math. So I'm doing a lot of my electives in French courses as well as like math courses, focusing mainly on like topology and like calculus based courses.
Cool. Very cool. Yeah, what are you hoping to do in your future for future career?
It's a good question. So most people who go into arts sci either like really want to go to law school, med school, or like absolutely have no clue what they're doing with their life. And I kind of fall into the latter category. So if you asked me in grade 12, I would have said like I want to be a teacher, I want to teach French at a secondary level, or at like a kindergarten level, in like an immersion kind of environment. But I flip-flop all the time now. I've looked at maybe doing speech pathology, even though I have like none of the requirements and I have to take an extra year. But I have like a little document on like my Google Drive where I collect like my list of courses I have to take if I wanted to go to like U of T master's program for speech pathology or like somewhere else in Ontario. So kind of all over the place. I've looked at like maybe doing a master's in either French or math and being a prof. Both of my like French profs and my math profs that I've had so far have been like really, really cool. A bunch of them have been like women too, and women in math are always like super cool. Just because they always have like really good stories. Like my math prof said that like when she was younger, her dad, who was also a math prof, like always thought his son would be a math prof and like go into math. And it was funny when like his son like decided not to do that, and she was the one who went to math and like did really well in math in university and had like no interest before then. So it's really cool how like people kind of flip-flop as well.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so now we're going to segue into some questions about French because Hayley and I both love French. So yeah, Hayley, where did your passion for French come from?
We were talking about this a bit before, but we both had the same French teacher in grade 8.
Yeah.
And I feel like my passion for French kind of came from like a history of interesting French teachers and then like having a really, really good French teacher in high school.
Yes, she was
And
great.
so our French teacher in grade 8 was like kind of intimidating and wasn't my favorite.
Yeah, agreed.
I think it was mostly like she had a really negative attitude
Yeah,
and she wasn't very supportive. I also just didn't feel like I learned anything. Like
Agree.
she kind of like punished us for not knowing anything, and
Yeah,
also just
I
didn't
agree.
teach us anything either.
Yeah.
We did a lot of numbers.
Yeah.
Remember like the one time we played the pool noodle game?
No.
We played a game with like pool noodles, and then we like she put 2 in the middle, and when we heard like our number called, we had to like run to the pool noodle.
Yes, I do. Know
Like
what
it's
you're
not a
talking about.
grade 8 game.
No. That's like a preschool thing.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
but we had the same French high school teacher. We weren't in the same class all the time, except for grade 12.
Weren't
But-
we in 2 French classes together? Or
No
just
way.
the one?
Just the one. You were always
Oh.
with your French.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but our high school French teacher was lovely. Like she had such a good environment.
Yeah.
She made French super engaging and
She
super
was great.
wonderful. So I kind of aspired to be like her. And so I started taking more French courses to learn more about the language because she like sparked that passion. And I want to like continue and try and invoke the same kind of thing in other people.
Yeah. I think it was the same for me. Like I really grew a passion for French, I think, in that class too. Like I always loved French because I am French and my family's French, and we always spoke French at family reunions and whatnot, and Christmas and stuff. But it was really hard that like made me really want to continue French, and like I also want to minor in French in university as well.
Yeah.
Just because I want to pursue it in my future. And yeah, she just always in that class made an effort to make sure we really spoke French, which is my favorite thing to do, is actually speak French,
Yeah.
not do the worksheets and the grammar. So that's
Agreed.
like one thing that really made me like her class as well,
Yeah.
because the thing I always struggled with was the grammar, and the fact that I got to do what I was best at in her class was just like
Yeah.
something really special.
It was also just really cool. She
Yeah.
was focused more on like improvement rather than like reaching a certain standard.
Yeah.
Although like the curriculum that Ontario sets out, like she needs to follow that.
Yeah.
But in terms of like speaking and stuff, like she made it really easy for people to get involved because they
Yeah.
weren't worried about being perfect.
Exactly.
Because she corrected herself all the time too.
Yeah.
And like it was more about just like improving from the beginning of the semester to the end. And she like would always like let you know when she thought you were improving too. So like encourage you along the way.
For sure. Yeah, so our next question is, why do you think it is beneficial to know a second language?
I think there's just so many opportunities when you know a second language,
Yeah.
especially like having French in Canada. I think it's just also really cool because it changes the way you think.
Yeah.
Like especially when I'm like right in the middle of a French course, I'll find that like I'll be walking between classes and like thinking in French, and you
Yeah.
stop and you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like you're just so surprised by yourself, and it just gives you such a cool
True.
perspective. It's also really cool. A lot of things in different languages don't translate exactly to English. For instance, like there's some like phrases in French that like when you translate to English, you're like, what? Like être habillé comme le chien de Jacques. It's a Quebecois phrase,
Yeah.
and it means to be like not dressed properly, or like not dressed to the nines. But like when you translate it, it's like to be dressed like Jack's dog. You're like, what? And it comes back to like a story, so it's kind of cool to like hear the stories and learn the culture too.
True.
And I think like learning a second language just lets you learn so much about other people and other cultures, and I think it's like such a meaningful experience.
Yeah, true. I think you literally said it all. I don't have anything to add. What has French done for you personally?
I think like I said in the last question, like it just challenges the way I think. I think that's a lot of other courses in my program too, that really challenge us to like integrate what we're learning in different subjects together. And I think languages do that really well, just
Yeah.
because like learning a new language teaches you so much about yourself as well
Yeah.
as about the language.
Definitely.
One thing I really learned through French that I've applied to my other courses is like the idea of like imperfect mastery, and the fact that like you're never going to be able to master something, but it's
Yeah.
okay, and like you want to get to a point where like you feel better, like you feel like you've mastered what you want to,
Yeah.
and you're able to use that and like really apply it rather than like mastering it to the point where like you know everything as a definition rather than like being able to actually apply it, you know? Does that make sense?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just laughing because my brother is right there.
He's coming.
No.
Guest star number 2.
We're recording. And just to add on to that, I think for me, French has also given me more confidence when I talk. Just to know that, like, I don't know, when I speak in French, I don't know exactly what I'm saying, and I try to maneuver around it or try to describe what I'm trying to say, and it never comes out perfectly. but almost every time the person who I'm talking to does understand what I'm saying, even if I didn't perfectly communicate it. So I think it also just, it gives me more confidence in what I'm saying, and also just that people are going to understand what I'm saying, and not judge me for, like, you know, missaying a word or whatever, you know? Like, I just think it takes the pressure off when we communicate.
It also gives you, like, other ways to think about things.
Yeah.
And describe, like, how I was saying with like how sometimes it doesn't translate exactly.
Exactly.
Like when you're trying to describe an idea, if you can't find the right words in English, like you can always just add in like the random French word. And for somebody who knows both languages, like you're describing it more accurately. Like, it's like your own little language.
Yeah, totally. Alright, so our last question is, why would you recommend others to continue learning another language?
I think that taking a language, like besides all of the benefits that we've talked about so far, there are so many opportunities that you have when you know multiple languages, especially French in Canada. Like I know myself personally, like I've always wanted to go on exchange. I almost went in high school, but I decided to do CALP instead. And I don't regret that, but like I kind of wish I'd had that opportunity. I'm really hoping I get to have the opportunity this winter.
With university.
We'll cross our fingers. Cross your fingers for me,
Come on, COVID.
But I really want to go to France. And I think that like knowing another language enriches the experience so much because you're able to study in that language as well. And so I'm looking at going to like an all French university and studying in French, which is something I'm so scared about, but like really excited too, just because I think it's so much more meaningful because you're challenging yourself so much more.
For sure.
And I think you're immersing yourself more in the culture when you're able to speak the language.
Yeah, definitely.
On like the same kind of note, like it's really good for traveling too, because
for sure,
like being able to go to France and experience the culture with the language is so much different than like going to France as a tourist, and you're treated so differently by the local people.
Definitely.
I feel like my accent kind of sucks, so I'll still be treated differently.
I feel like you have a pretty good accent.
But I think like once I've been there for a little while, like it'll get better.
That too. That's like the cool thing about traveling is like knowing a second language is that you can pick up that accent and like whatnot once you live there for a bit, right?
I'm kind of hoping I come back with like a thick accent.
Yeah.
Like,
just good practice with someone
just
from
like
France.
even my English will just be accented too, like everything. I think it's so cool. It's like a little souvenir. Like it'll go away obviously as I like speak to other people in Canada, but like I think it's really cool. Also just like a lot of jobs look for French.
Exactly.
Like I know if you want to be a teacher, like there's
especially
so many
in Canada.
There's so many different pathways that are so much shorter if you have French. Like a lot of school boards are looking for people who have French and will hire like their own alumni. Also just like a lot of people get paid a lot more.
It's true.
When you have French. So this is like mainly a Canada thing with French, but like knowing other languages is super helpful too. Like I know I've been looking for a job these days because the pool I used to work at closed down, but like a lot of job postings are looking people who are bilingual, so you can help at like helplines or work with people who are immigrants and stuff who
for sure
aren't as fluent in like English and would prefer speaking in like their native language.
For sure. So even if you're bilingual in another language than French, it's still very helpful. No matter what you're doing or what you're hoping to do with your future.
And I think like for you it's cool too because like you learning French means that you're able to connect with your family in a different way.
For sure. I agree.
And for other people it's the same thing, like if your family's German, maybe like you'll be able to experience your roots a different way too.
That's a good point too, I didn't even really think about that, but like even with my cousins, especially my one cousin, like she mainly only speaks French. If I could speak more French with her and be able to communicate more clearly, like I think our relationship would deepen.
Or when they get older and like you have to go to like their wedding or whatever, and then they might do the service in French or like their vows in French, or like all their friends will speak French. Like it's cool to be able to know that you can participate like as fully as you can instead of being like a bit of an outsider.
I agree. Alright, so now we're gonna move into the quiz time to see who knows each other better. So, our first question is, if you could live anywhere, where would it be? So,
wait, I gotta think of my answer again.
Okay, I think I know your answer.
Don't even know if I know my answer.
Really?
Oh, okay,
Okay, you wanna go first?
With yours? I don't know. I think you really loved Hawaii.
Yes.
But I don't know if you want to live there.
No.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
same with like the Philippines. Like I know you love that experience, but it like wasn't like a place you'd want to settle down. I feel like you'd want to live somewhere tropical.
Interesting.
Like I keep thinking like Belize.
Really?
I don't know, like you in like Costa Rica or something. I feel like you'd
Really?
really enjoy it. Yeah.
That's actually kind of odd.
It's odd.
Yeah, because, okay, so practically I would want to live in Ottawa.
Oh yeah, well I wasn't thinking practically.
Practically Ottawa, practically not. Probably Australia or New Zealand.
Oh, okay. I can see it. I can see
I'm
it.
surprised you didn't guess it though. That's okay.
The obvious Ottawa thing I like knew about though. Like it wasn't like.
Yeah, that's obvious.
But also it was like anywhere in the world. Like.
Yeah. Okay, wait. So should I guess more practically for you then, or not practically? Okay, I'm gonna guess something fun.
Okay.
France.
No. You know how much pollution there's in France?
True.
I literally did a French project on this last year.
My second guess was BC.
Yeah, BC
Oh my
is like.
goodness, Hayley, there's a deer.
Where?
Right there, right on the path.
Cool.
Oh my goodness, it's so pretty.
There's so many deer here.
We're in a deery area.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you can't see the deer camera.
It's pretty cool, but like we have to set you up again, and we spent a lot of time setting up this angle, so.
Definitely.
Plus we're almost done the video, so like we might as well commit.
Yeah.
Don't afraid the deer.
Wait, so what's your answer?
Yeah, so like BC if I had a lot of money and like could live there, just because like I love the area and being able to like just go for walks in like trees whenever I want. And like people there just go on like crazy mountain hikes every weekend. Like when I did Grouse Grind, like people there do it every single weekend.
Wow.
It was hard. Like it's not
crazy.
an easy hike because you go up an elevation of like 800 meters. Like it's not. Yeah, it was really fun, but like very difficult. So I think I'd just be like so much happier because everything there so like feels so much cleaner because it's super fresh and like mountain air and
totally.
you get like the best of both worlds of the beach and like the forest and the mountains and stuff. It's so gorgeous.
Yeah. So I think no one got that right. But in conclusion, what is your official answer? Is it BC?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay. Oh, so then if I just said BC first, I would have got it right. Okay. What is your biggest fear? I think for Hayley, it's probably like just not doing something perfectly.
Yep, you got it. Just like, I don't know, like I'm okay with not doing everything perfect. Like I've gotten past that.
I think you have, for sure.
Especially this year.
Yeah.
With a lot of like school stuff. But
yeah.
I think it's like still kind of there, just like kind of failing. And like, it's frustrating when you try your best.
Yeah.
And like you're not able to get to where you want to be.
Yeah.
I think that's like my biggest fear is kind of failing myself.
Yeah.
In that sense. For you, a tough one. I feel like it might be like losing sight of your faith. Like becoming a person that's not like involved in that anymore. And just kind of like, because your identity is so rooted into your religion. Yeah. Like losing sight of your faith means losing sight of yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that was accurate. Like, yeah, when I went through the process of like changing some of the beliefs and whatnot, I was worried because I'm like, oh my goodness, like I am losing a lot of the structure I once believed in. And I mean, honestly, I could see that potential, like, as I continue to progress, my ideas just get bigger and bigger. So like, but I think overall though, yeah, I would agree with that though. Like I always want that in my life. Yeah, I think that's accurate. Yeah, 1 for 1. So our last question is, what is your favorite family vacation? So I think for Hayley, it's the time where she went to BC with her family.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Yeah. It was kind of a really good vacation though. Yeah. Just because we went in the summer and like we got to climb all the mountains and like it was cool seeing the snow on the top. Yeah. And like we stayed in 3 different cities in BC, so we got to really see like the best of all. Yeah. Of like different parts of BC because we stayed in like Whistler where there's a bunch of mountains and like all of like the Olympics tourist attractions and it was just really cool. Yeah. Okay. So for yours, I don't know why I think it's this. But I remember you telling me about this one camping trip you went on. Like a while back. It was in the States. And you did like a bunch of hiking and it was like really cool. And there was like a waterfall and stuff.
That was really cool. That was New York State. Yeah. That was really cool, but that wasn't my favorite family vacation. Also, my mom wasn't on that trip, so. So my favorite family vacation is when I went out east with all the families that I'm close with, like all of our tribe is what we call it. So yeah, that was my favorite. So I guess
you win.
I win! Woohoo! I'm really good at winning. I think I've won all of them.
Because you make the questions.
No, I chose them randomly, I promise.
It's all rigged.
It's all rigged. I'm just kidding. Totally kidding. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and comment. I already said that.
Remember, I'm Karina, and this is Hayley.
Yes.
And
that's what you learned from this video. Yeah. Okay. Have a great week. Bye. I always do some meditation before I begin.
That's weird.
Don't
laugh. On?
Yes. We cut this part.
Ready?
Okay.
Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. 1.
Okay.
Have you never done yoga? Ready?
It's more like I just do a big breath.
You ever do dragon breathing? Go.
Yes, actually, there was something called lion breathing that I think is the same thing.
I went to a yoga class once at like the gym when I was at school. I thought it'd be a really smart idea to go to like a 7 a.m. yoga class. And the man who teaches that class, the first time I went, I think like he legit is insane. I went back soon after this when I was like feeling sad because he's insane. But like we spent like 20 minutes of the class out of like the 40-minute class doing breathing.
Oh my goodness.
And that was one of the exercises where you go for like 20 seconds. And he's
That's
like,
so awkward.
and he also would just like, when you're doing the stretching, you'd be like, okay, now you want to like loosen your arms. And you just go like that. And I was like, it's like 7 a.m. Like, what are we doing?
This guy sounds really great. I want to come to his yoga class. Okay.
Except jokes, quarantine.
Yeah, not gonna happen. Okay, we need to start this day. Okay. Stop. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
1, 2.
You have to go in the back for the bloopers. Go in the back for the bloopers.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, we need to get you in the back.
Hey, you're wearing a new tank top.
Yeah.
I saw on your Instagram.
Oh my goodness.
You want me over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It's Luke.
Luke, what has learning French done for you?
Well, I forgot it.
I'm not doing anything for you.
He does not know
If he
French.
falls, he's not gonna know.
That's true, your straps are not adjusted properly, dude.
And also it just doesn't look
Oh,
securely
my
on you.
helmet?
Yeah. You might as well be wearing nothing at all.
So
Okay,
what-
I was biking over there, and then right as I took the turn to go down the hill, there was a deer right there.
yeah,
Oh my
this trail
goodness.
gets a lot of deer.
It does.
Yeah, I know, but like, I swear, like I was like this close to it, and then just sprinted off. It scared the crap out of me.
That's cool though. There was like the green space by my house. I didn't tell you about this. There was like a mother deer and like a little Bambi deer.
Oh really?
Yeah, just like wandering around the green space for a day.
Oh my
And it was
goodness.
so wild.
Wow, that's crazy. Luke, are we still recording? I'm worried it's gonna die. Don't touch anything.
Secretly turns it off.
Don't touch anything.
We filmed the entire video and she
Good luck.
realizes.
Oh yeah, I saw those. There's more now.
Are those like, you didn't steal those, right? Like those are just there.
Yeah, no, they're just there. That's cool.
Oh, so wait.
Okay, bye.
Okay, fine.
I'm just kidding.
And thank you to our guest star,
Luke
Luke Leclerc.
But also my camera's gonna die, so bye. I'm just
Wait, 1
kidding.
second.
Unless I stop recording.
Check out this cool picture of a flower.
Oh, that's very cool.
That is cool.
Very, very, very cool.
Let's
That's
put the
cool.
flash on.
Yeah, have the backside black.
If you just put the flash on, sometimes that happens.
I should do that to my face.
Mm-hmm.
And just like,
What?
and nothing else.
Oh my goodness.
Bye, Luke.
Bye, Luke.
Bye.
And that was my brother, everyone.
Why is he running and not riding his bike?
Yeah, that's really awkward looking. He looks really weird.
Triathlon star.
Yeah, seriously. Okay.
Okay, he's still running. Cool.
Okay.
Wait, pause. I want to see if he's still running.
Yeah, what is he doing? No, I think he's on his bike now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh my god.